Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Wednesday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got the dogs all outside, got that all taken care of, got them separated out. Wife got up pretty quickly, so I was able to get them fed, so I didn't worry about them making a bunch of noise, waking her up, and all that fun that comes with it. So. But yeah, got that taken care of. Was going to try and run over to the beach this morning before it got stupidly hot, but my wife asked if I would be around to help her get her father into the car. So she had to take him to the doctor. I think it was a cancer doctor or something they were going to for some checkups, and trying to figure out why his platelets are all off. He's got a lot of weird numbers in his blood work. We're still trying to figure that whole thing out, but went ahead and told her I would do that, so we didn't worry about it. So went ahead, and that right there is why I almost always walk facing into traffic, because that car didn't move over at all and like almost hit me, and I was in the grass, and that mirror was less than a foot from my hand. So that's why I always face traffic, but there was cars coming, so I didn't cross because I'm going to turn back south here to the next road. But yeah, that's why you guys should always walk facing into traffic, so you can tell when people are on the damn phone and texting and not paying attention to what's around them. So yeah, luckily I have my camera up, so I use it as a mirror. I could kind of see the reflection backwards behind me to see that car was right on me. So I had to get off in the grass, because had I not got off in the grass, they would have definitely hit me with their mirror. So crazy people. But yeah, went ahead. Father-in-law got in the car, pretty much got him in there pretty easily. I went over and got him ready before she showed up. And my plan, I told her actually, was, hey, why don't you go ahead and just take the truck to work, and then I'll get him loaded up in your car, and then I'll meet you there. He can stay in the car, then you can just drive out there and save you that extra at least half an hour of time come back here to get him and go back that way. So she's like, well, I would if I lost your truck keys. So since she lost my truck keys, she didn't have a set of keys, and I have a spare set, but they're like in a lockbox and stuff, and the one doesn't work 100% of the time. I didn't want to mess with it. So in theory, I could have just basically went ahead and gave her my keys, and then when she came out, swapped them back over to myself. But I was just, I don't know, I didn't think that far in advance. So she'd already taken the car and headed off to work. So, but yeah, she headed off to the doctor, got him in there. They got there in plenty of time because they had to wheel into the hospital and all that stuff and whatnot. So I took the wheelchair, which makes life a lot easier. She was pushing him through where he needs to go, as to him trying to walk in there with the walker and all that good fun stuff with that new. After the hip surgery, he's still exceptionally slow. So unfortunately, the car's a lot lower than the truck, so he had a hard time getting into the car and then getting out of the car. When he got back from the doctor's appointment, they had trouble, but we got him out, got him back in the house, and at that point it's already hot as all get out. So was not going to go to the beach, which I still have a couple dogs here at the house, but they're pretty laid back, chill dogs. I would have been no problem at all being gone for a few hours with them here without me, but it didn't happen. So it's not the end of the world, but it is what it is. It's getting to that time of year where if you don't get out and do your stuff, like beach stuff, early, you just cook to death. And I didn't really feel like trying to take a sunshade and all that kind of stuff out there. So definitely was not going to be worth going out in the afternoon. So got a couple other things done. Decided to go for a run after playing around with the dogs and stuff for a while. Decided to take a longer route than I normally take, and end up being, I don't know, almost 10K, but I headed away down to the shop that's supposedly working on my Suburban. I dropped it off last Tuesday, so they wanted it Wednesday, so I had it for a week from a schedule to be put in. They had me on a schedule for Wednesday, and Friday I stopped by there because I still had the stainless steel brake lines in the back seat of the truck, the Suburban, and I kind of called them like, hey, can we at least take the brake lines inside, because I'm afraid some crackhead's going to come stealing this weekend. There's somebody around. And not really so much the fact I'm out a few $100, which would suck, but it's, you know, 8 weeks out, probably 6-8 weeks out to get another set of brake lines, if that. And I don't want that long a delay because you idiots didn't take this truck inside. So, and my Suburban doesn't lock. I haven't messed with it because it's one of those things where I don't keep enough valuable stuff in it to matter. And I'd rather leave the thing unlocked than have them break the windows, because the glass is more expensive than anything I keep inside it. So luckily, I haven't had any issues with it yet, but sitting over there by the mechanic shop, I didn't want it sitting outside. So ran by, still sitting in the same spot, hasn't moved, hasn't done nothing with it, which was on the annoying side. So I did call and ask, hey, how's my Suburban coming? and got put on hold forever. So they finally came back and claimed they had a guy quit, and the other guy was out of town on a trip, and a whole bunch of other crap. And I'm like, well, I wanted to say, well, why not let me know that shit ahead of time? Why do I got to be the one to contact you when you said you'd have my truck done in 2 days max? Because that would have been Friday, and Friday it's not even put in the shop yet. So now we're a full weekend. So have not decided. There's part of me that thinks if it don't get picked, it don't get in the shop by this weekend, might go borrow the trailer again, just go pick my Suburban up, go back later and get my other keys. I have an extra key for it, and go get my keys, my brake line later from, and say to hell and find a different shop, or just bring it home and order a lift and just install a lift on my back patio if I have to, and then do it my damn self, because it is just incompetency on so many levels, and it's superbly annoying. But I got in a real long run. Like I said, it was almost 6 miles and felt good, but man, it was hot. I did run without a shirt, which wasn't a big deal, but got a little bit too much sun on my shoulders, so a little bit sunburnt, but overall not too bad. So I was able to get a couple other things taken care of. How are you doing today?
How are you?
Better than I deserve. Well, hello, puppers. So got back to the house, got a shower, got cleaned up. We ended up having biscuits and gravy for dinner, which I don't know, it's not the greatest in the world, but it is what it is. My wife wanted it, so knocked that thing out. Ended up watching the second episode of Godless. Watched like the first half of it, so had that, had a nice little meal. Ended up heading back outside with the dogs, chilling out with them in the evening, and had myself another cigar, which is basically my evening routine. From there, I headed back in, got myself a little bit of a snack. Ended up having some watermelon I had for my late night snack, while I watched a little bit of Netflix on the iPad while my wife headed off to bed. So that was pretty much my whole day. Wasn't really anything major. Oh, I did go over and clean out some more stuff out of the garage. I just kind of moved a bunch of Christmas stuff from my garage up to the attic of the old house and kind of moved things around. And the Christmas tree box is so beat up, I can't get it up the attic stairs anymore. It keeps trying to fall apart, so it's stuck sitting on top of the old tires off the Suburban in the old garage right now. But I keep telling my wife, I said, please go buy a new one at the end of the year when they go on sale, and she never does. So each year we keep putting this crappy tree up over and over again. It's not a very good tree, but we hate to pay the full price at the beginning of Christmas, but at the end of Christmas, when shit's 75% off, she doesn't think she wants one. She's like, oh, she's already set up, I don't need it. I'm like, yes, but again, next year we're gonna have that same problem. So it is what it is. So did get a bunch of stuff in the attic. A lot of stuff we put in the office closet, so it's not as hard to get up and down, but things like the tree, pretty bulky, so thought I could put it up in the attic, and I can't because the box is just falling apart too damn much. So, but it's, I don't know, it's like Google tree's probably 10 or 12 years old. It was their dad's old tree. They used it some, and we got it, so it's definitely got its life out of it, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.